I'm haunted microphone.
That literally would make the perfect sound opening to a creaky gate, like cold open clip or something, where you have like,
do come in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We have punch.
Oh my god.
So 1348. Let's discuss. We were very excited about this game.
Oh, we were fucking stoked for this game. I mean, just not for the storyline alone, because yes, you find out in the game that Aeta is actually a woman. Just,
I don't think that was ever in doubt.
No, it wasn't in doubt. But here is my take in a realistic fashion on the gameplay. Storyline, I like the storyline. I like where it's going. It is set in 1348. Yeah, the Black Death is in full fucking swing.
We're also eating dinner too, so if you hear noises, ignore those.
Yeah, it's ASMR food noises. You know, the Jesus Christ, that's funny. Yeah, the Black Death.
Tomato soup.
Yum.
Food for the soul from our sponsor. Hello. No, they're not giving us any money.
Hell no, they're not. You know, 1348. Yeah, the Black Death is reaching its height in Europe. You know, because it started in the ports of Italy and then it spread over. I think if I remember right. But storyline is great. Dervel knows German longsword very, very well. I know enough. That's it. So let's start with the combat in this thing. Dear
The
God,
combat is so repetitive.
It's repetitive, but there's so many more moves that could be added in, but it's clunky.
Here's my main complaint.
When you're doing German longsword, it should be fluid, smooth. It's just not. It's not a refined combat system. Like if you play The Witcher, then you know what we're talking about. So play The Witcher.
Well, here's my more nuanced,
and then play 1348, and you'll see a massive difference for starters.
Here's my more nuanced take on that. For German longsword style, you have 4 primary guards, which are in no particular order: Von Tag, Ox, Plow, and Aber. These are the guards you start in. But in addition to that, you have about 8 or so transitory guards, which means these are not guards you start in, but these are guards like from the flow of a strike or a block, where you can go into a counter strike, a counter slice, a thrust, whatever.
Right.
This game said it was inspired by HEMA. I have a feeling they had a guy on their staff that knew how to HEMA fight, but then they didn't listen to him.
Or something.
Because unless there's something else that we just didn't see, Aeta in the proper longsword guard, when she uses 2 hands, she is in ox form the entire time. And an improper ox form at that, because she's not even protecting her head or her chest.
You're supposed to be up higher.
It's supposed to be up higher. She has her hands like at her shoulders.
Yeah, she's at like, if she's like running perpendicular to her ear height most of the time, is what, from my perspective, it looks like she's at ear height versus literally like her left hand if she's right hand.
The blade is supposed to be above your head.
Yeah.
To protect your head. But the problem I had with it is that unless there's another animation I just did not see, the only thing I saw her do was start in an ox guard, do an Unterhau, an Oberhau, into a plow guard, and then go back up to ox guard. You're doing the same 4 fucking attacks throughout the entire fucking game. There are no thrusts. There are no Mittelhaus, there are no slicing cuts, there are no thrusts. There's nothing of the nuance of how brutal this form of combat should be. What I wanted them to do and this is for all sword games. What I would want them to do is what Jedi Survivor did. Not the flashiness. I'm not talking about the flashiness, but what Jedi Survivor did is they had a flow. Now, Cal would start in like a normal lightsaber guard, but every time you pressed the light or the heavy attack button, he would do a different strike. And I think it went up to like 8 or 9, but every time that you pressed that button in sequence, it was a different attack. And so especially as I was editing that game, as you're watching it back, it looks so fluid and it flows so well. Hence the name. That's why it's called a flow. In this game, she telegraphs so much that anyone who knows what the fuck they're doing with a sword would know how to defeat her in about a minute.
Well, and as evidenced by you saw my fight with Tom Bombadil and with the Flagellant Boss and the others, 90% of the time their moves are mirroring hers. So
but even the boss attacks, they're still doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, did they even do any mocap, or they just have I just spam the same attack over and over again?
No, you're literally spamming the same attack. And in order, like, for example, I looked on Steam and one guy, there's several people who have the same views we do as far as like combat the review and all that. One guy was boasting. I love that. Sounds like you're being refined with that tomato soup.
Gorgeous tomato soup.
Yes, one guy posted that he was able to beat the Flagellant Boss in a minute and a half. I want to see how he did this. I want video proof, because with the Flagellant Boss at the end of chapter 5, because his guard is so strong, you have to. Basically it's a 2 defeat system. 1, you have to break his guard, which means you have to do a lot of dodging, get a few hits in, dodging, because you can block his normal hits, but once he goes into his heavy hits, you have to dodge. You cannot block those. You cannot parry those. You cannot do anything. And he does the heavy hits multiple times in a row. So once you get his guard down, then you have to defeat him again and kill his health. And again, you're dealing with the same heavy hitting moves and the same process. Dodge, get 3, maybe 5 hits if you're lucky. Dodge, over and over. And what's really...
Before we get too far into it, I do want to say this is a video to say why we're not putting any more episodes
This is why I'm not doing this game. Yeah, this is why for my meds.
She spent 3 hours
that's
trying to defeat the Flagellant Boss. 3 hours. I was editing that while you were at work, and I was like, I have nothing usable here because it is literally the same 15 seconds over and over and over again for 3 hours. I'm like, there's nothing here.
I know. I absolutely felt like I got nothing done. So that night I immediately got on South of Midnight, which was my other game lined up, and I'm having so much fucking fun with it. But besides that, the other thing
South of Midnight on the channel, please watch.
Yes, please watch. But the other thing that really ties in with the combat system, that's another critique, is the health system. So your health, when you're in a boss battle, your health does not regenerate. Whatever you have on you, the bars to the left-hand side, that is basically your supply pack of food and whatever you've gathered along the way.
Well, that mechanic isn't like that abnormal.
No, but it's frustrating because, the hits take at least a heart off of you. But if you're having problems dodging or trying to get out of the way and you take 2 or 3 hits, that's 3 hearts gone, and then you have to try to replenish your health with what you have in your supply pack. But once you run out of food in your supply pack, that is absolutely it. So if you start losing health again, there's no regeneration, there's nothing you can pick up and grab, like a KCD, there's no potions you can take or anything. That's it, and that's what was the most...
no, there were potions in KCD.
I know. There were, yes, I'm saying there were potions in KCD, but not in this game. So you had nothing to regenerate your health.
Well, the food in 1348 kind of acted the same way that the
yeah, but what I mean is like
the revival stims were in Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, but but once it was gone, if you could not get out of the way or block or do anything, that played a major role, and it's just.
I think we just need to have you play like tic-tac-toe or something like that from now on.
No. Fuck off. No. No, it's just the fact that the combat system and the health system, if it was tweaked, refined, worked on more, made smoother or whatnot, it would be fine. They lowered, funnily enough, 2 weeks after the game came out, they broke out a patch that actually lowered the difficulty of Tom Bombadil, the boss at the end of the forest in chapter 3. Okay, they actually created a patch that lowered the difficulty on it, because trying to fucking fight him with that ridiculous fucking axe was the first infuriating encounter. So
I mean, at this point, it's like putting gold foil on a polished turd.
Literally. Yeah, so critique-wise, the combat system...
It's fucking awful.
It's terrible. The combat system could be fantastic with at least maybe 6 more months of tweaking, working, smoothing out something.
It's
more moves, whatever the case may be.
It's more unforgivable because there are so many other games that came out before this that do similar combat systems that they didn't seem to pay attention to any of them.
Yeah.
Like you have The Witcher, you have Jedi Survivor, you have Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I mean the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
There are so many games that use sword fighting. And I mean Kingdom Come Deliverance, the sword fighting was much more complicated.
Oh yeah.
Than 1348, but it was still smooth. In this game, it's just the laziness.
Yeah.
And that's something else I wanted to bring up is like, there's a lot of laziness in this game. Whether it's people keep talking about in the reviews, like the backgrounds look gorgeous. I thought the backgrounds look boring.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God, no. Well, boring, but the graphics themselves...
graphics are awful.
They're terrible. The face animations, Mouth of Sauron, hello.
Yeah, I made a joke when I was editing it when she was doing the Tom Bombadil fight. Like, all the mouth animations look like the mouth of Sauron from Return of the King. Like, how dare you go into my woods? This is an audio only, so I don't know why I'm doing this thing next to my mouth. Imagine my lips going all the way up to my forehead.
Yeah, imagine that.
My master, Sauron. How dare you come into my woods?
I really wish the guy we could had a camera on you while you're doing that. That's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, the graphics, again, it's another thing.
It's like Mass Effect Andromeda.
They needed
my face is tired.
Yeah, your face is tired.
That's a line from Andromeda. But sorry, my face is tired, and it looks like she has a slight stroke on one side.
Okay.
I do want to say though, like, I still defend the concept of this game.
Concept is great. I love it. I absolutely love the thought of a female knight that doesn't look like a female knight, because logically speaking,
it would have made more sense if she was pretending to be a man. But I mean, I think they dropped that about 5 chapters in.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of characters calling her boy or young man or young lord.
Well, it's because she looks like the proper way a knight would look. Hair, the bowl haircut.
I still call in question, why does she only have plate on one arm?
That's the other thing I don't understand. You have plate on one arm. Your sword arm is bare, but she has
3/4 legs. So why doesn't she have plate on both arms?
I don't know. I don't.
Why isn't she wearing chainmail?
I don't know.
Just from the armor and the weapons themselves, her father definitely had money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He had money for sure. I mean, especially
if he was indulging his daughter's his daughter's, I don't know what you would call, I don't want to call it an obsession because that makes it sound like it's abnormal.
Whim?
Hobbies?
Whim? I don't know. But, I mean, overall, the game, it's the storyline. I love it. I love the storyline. I love the idea. The execution of the game. Horrid.
Did you look ahead to see how the game ended?
I did. I haven't looked. I have not looked. I'm so traumatized by spending 3+ hours trying to defeat the Flagellant Boss. I don't even want to look and see what other bosses are there. And my God, is there like a massive boss fight at the end that is even worse than what we were doing?
There's a boss fight at the end. You want to know who the final boss is? Bianca.
What?
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
What?
The whole quest of the game is to save her, and you end up fighting her in the last fucking level.
Why? Huh? That's literally what my brain is doing. My brain's like, huh?
Because again, they had such a good concept here.
Oh my God.
Because I don't know if you caught this, but as like in the early part of the game, whenever Bianca asked her to do something, Ayeda would look at her, pause for a split second, and go, "As thou sayest." Mm-hmm. Do you know where I heard that line before? The Princess Bride.
Wesley,
you wish.
As you wish, Wesley. Yep.
Because when Wesley said "as you wish," he really meant to say "I love you."
Yeah.
And when she started saying "as thou sayest," I was like, "Oh, they're calling back to the Princess Bride." But again, at the end of the Princess Bride, Wesley and Buttercup did not have a duel.
No, they didn't. They lived happily ever after. You know what? It didn't even dawn on me that "as thou sayest" was the equivalent as you wish. It didn't even fucking dawn on me until you said something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Missed opportunity.
Wow.
How I would have ended that is sometime. Oh, and also Bianca had her own mercenary army, but it's never fucking explained how she got that.
How?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention.
So glad. Okay. I'm always determined to finish games. This one is my true first rage game, and I will never touch or finish this game again unless something is drastically done to the storyline or different or made a little bit easier, so you're not spending 3 fucking hours doing the same fucking moves over and over again.
But then again, who's going to care to watch it?
Yeah,
by
exactly.
That point?
I'm done with 1348. I can't. I just there's.
But how I would have ended that is maybe after the Flagellants, Ayeta takes Bianca to the nunnery or whatever, and as Bianca is moving into the nunnery and Ayeta says something like "as thou sayest," Bianca has this look on her face like, "Oh, I know what you mean now," and then the door shuts.
See, that would have been a great ending.
It's a bittersweet ending.
It's a very bittersweet ending.
You finally realize you found the person you want to be with and you can't be with.
Yeah, well, after hearing this ending, I'm definitely not finishing the fucking game. I would
Actually, that ending I just described reminds me, there's a Swedish movie or miniseries. I can't remember what it was, but Arn the Knights Templar.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, they have a sexual liaison out of wedlock. Mm-hmm. And then I cannot remember her name. The female lead gets pregnant, and they're both forced by the Catholic Church to do penance. She is sent to a nunnery, and he is sent to be a Knights Templar during, I think, the Third Crusade. And they're both sent away from each other for 20 fucking years.
God damn.
Only to end up together anyway after that time of penance.
That's really dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, the Christian church sucks. Also, we're filming this the day before Easter. I'll say it again. The Christian church sucks.
Well, it's just, there's just a lot of things in mainstream religion that is so ass backwards and like just dumb.
Yeah, the best way I describe pagan gods to people who are not pagan is my gods are capricious. They don't give a fuck. It's like if you visit an ant colony in the grass. You know, 9 times out of 10, most people just walk past the ant colony, don't do anything. Mm-hmm. Every now and again, you get that one person who's like, hey, I'll put a sugar cube down.
I'm gonna be nice.
And then every now and again, you get that one psychotic kid who pulls out the flamethrower and
In the form of the
magnifying glass and burns the ant colony down. That's pagan gods.
I don't know. It's just it's really a shame because
It was a clusterfuck of a game.
it was. We were really looking forward to it when we saw the trailers and everything come out, and the demo really had us doubting. But we figured, this is the demo. It could be that.
I didn't think a month would have been enough to fix it.
No, it needs at least 6+ months to really get defined.
Maybe even a
and
year.
be playable. I mean, be actually.
But again, by then,
Actually playable.
By then, they've had enough bad press of the game is awful. There was their social media debacle before the game even came out.
Which one was that? Oh,
So-
was it the Reddit one with the transphobes and the homophobes and all of that on Reddit? Or was
Yes
it before?
and no. What had happened was I can't remember the name of the game, but there's another sword fighting game coming out that's a lot like Hellish Court.
Yeah, I loved Hellish Court. That was so fun.
So here's my hot take. The game that 1348 was making fun of, I still think Hellish Court is better.
Hellish Court is fucking fun.
Yeah. I didn't think the game 1348 was poking fun at looked all that great. It looked like they were ripping a lot off of Hellish Court. But anyway, the developers of 1348 asked the developers of the other sword fighting game, are you going to have any like LGBTB alphabet soup characters in the game? And they said no. So some sort of social media war went on, and then the manosphere on Reddit took up the torch of defending the other shitty sword fighting game as being like the bearers of truth or whatever the fuck they called it. I can't remember. And that's what ticked me off. Because something just rubs me the wrong way with the Manosphere guys.
Oh my god. Wasn't there a documentary on Manosphere on Netflix or something?
Yeah, Justin Thoreau did that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the same guy who went after like the Westboro Baptist Church and the KKK and a lot of other fringe lunatic groups in America.
Yep. Nice.
I think what really set me off is that there's this thing in the Manosphere to poke fun at Hollywood for being too woke. They use this phrase called the message. Like that's supposed to mean any fucking thing.
That sounds more cultish to me than anything.
Yeah. It's like, well, Hollywood can't write a good movie because they have to spread the message. And it's like, you hear the same rhetoric from these guys
Jesus Christ.
all over and over again. They don't have any original ideas. They're just parroting what somebody else said. Mm-hmm. So when I hear someone go, the message, I immediately discount them because it's like, you don't have any original fucking thoughts, do you?
That sounds so cultish and
It does,
oh
doesn't
my
it?
god, it's like, yes, it sounds like cultish.
Let's make this one. Let's like one thing perfectly clear. The only message Hollywood has is "Give us your money."
Yeah, we want
That
your
is
money.
the only message they have.
Give us your money.
Give us your money. That's why Disney has remade all of their animated films from 1920 to now. Is they want your money again. Are we gonna make anything new? Nah.
I think they ran out of ideas.
They have run out of ideas.
They've covered literally every single fucking fairy tale between Hans Christian Andersen and Grimm's.
They're remaking the Robin Hood movie. The animated Robin Hood movie from Disney, they're remaking it.
You cannot remake
Disney,
that.
you can go fuck yourself.
That is like the primo classic Walt Disney movie. You cannot remake that. It's going to be a train wreck. Just like the remake of Snow White. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even have to see it.
Where the hell are you?
You cannot replicate Sheriff of Nottingham, nor King John, nor Hiss, nor
I
Little
used to be able
John.
to do the Sheriff of Nottingham really good.
You can't replicate them.
Oh, criminally, it's only nutsy.
Yeah, or
Yes, sir, Sheriff, sir.
yeah, you cannot replicate any of the voices or characters properly in there because that literally defined a generation who grew up with that.
They're also remaking Sword in the Stone.
Oh dear God, no! Blasphemy!
Yeah, go to hell.
Blasphemy!
That's where I refuse to pay for Disney Plus. I refuse to see any of those movies in the theater.
Blasphemous!
I was like, I've seen this fucking film before. Why am I paying $26 to see the same fucking film I already have on DVD?
We got off track, but I was making a point, but it's still making a point.
Good God. No,
my.
it still ties into the game because it's laziness.
Yeah.
I mean, case in point, the laziest thing I saw in 1348, there are no NPCs. Did you notice that? There, other than the characters that you fight, there are no NPCs in the game.
It's pretty much an empty world.
Yeah, anytime you're talking to somebody else, they're through a door, or they're in an oubliette, or
You don't actually see anybody face other than the
other off camera.
yeah, or other than the nobleman at the castle. That's really
That's it.
yeah.
And I could hear them in my head, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's the Black Death, so everyone was dead." And it's like, yeah, but you could still have an NPC in the world, or even better, put bodies on the streets to really convey how bad the devastation was. It's like there's bodies lying in the street. There's no one left alive to bury them.
No, literally.
But no, you were too worried about getting the game out on International Women's Day. So you rushed it, and now there's no polish left to put into it.
No, and if that was one of their primary reasons for doing it, I'm sorry. That's a stupid reason.
It's pandering.
It is. It's stupid. You've completely ruined a perfectly good game and a perfectly good storyline if you had just worked on it longer, got it tweaked out, got the graphics looking good, got the combat system nice and smooth, had more moves, made the bosses more balanced to fight, not so repetitive. I mean, there's so much to this game. There's so much potential this game had.
And it's all pissed away.
And it's all pissed away because even if they do it again, you're going to be hard pressed to find the amount of people that were excited about it going back to it. I probably wouldn't even go back to it.
And that's just it, is that all the negative reviews on Steam, at least the ones that I saw, were all people that were excited to play it.
Yeah, we were excited. I was excited to play it. I was like, yeah.
And it's all the same thing. It's like, this was a missed opportunity.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah.
What? I see you, ma'am. Come here. Come on. Come up. Babe girl.
I want my mommy.
Oh, God.
That's my favorite part of Prince John, is when Robin's robbing him blind and he takes the gold away from his sucking thumb.
I really want to watch that now. But yeah,
The thing I really love about that movie was how many Western stars from the 50s were in that film.
yeah, there's
Like Friar Tuck and the Sheriff of Nottingham, a couple of his guards. There's a couple of the singer who played Alan Adale.
oh, the rooster.
Yeah,
The rooster, yeah.
But they were all either like in country music or they were in like old westerns, and it really helped with the vibe of the movie. Where it's like no one has an English accent. It's like they don't need an English accent. It's Disney. Every town has its ups and downs. Sometimes ups can never go.
I know it's outnumber the downs, but not
in Nottingham.
There you go. So as far as 1348 is concerned, yeah,
Fuck that game.
It's our consensus. So
on the wall of shame. What are we up to on the wall of shame? 3?
We're up to Little Nightmares 3. We threw the white flag on that.
The Santa game.
No More Snow.
No More Snow.
1348. Wasn't there another game we rage quit on though?
No. It's been those 3. That's it. Unless I go back in the footage and I find something else, but I can't think of anything else.
I want to say it was another one of the. What was it? No, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, today three games that we race quit on that we threw the white flag on because it was just. In all reality, I think
when you spent 3 hours on the boss battle, that's when I was on board with you of quitting, because
that mentally, I mean, that broke. Very few things break me, but that right there just broke me. I mean, gameplay, I was just like, I cannot do this, because I was dreading having to get back on that game to try to do that again. I was like, I can't. I don't have the mental fortitude to do this. It was starting to really affect my mental health. When I was getting on it, I'm just like, I can't do this. I cannot.
A little bit behind the scenes for people who may not know, we both still work full time, so we have a very limited window for when we record stuff. That's why the games that we put out are like an episodic weekly series. It gives us a chance to make sure that we have content every week. And, with us working full time, it also makes sure that we're not putting too much pressure on ourselves to put content out. And for me, I kind of treat each game like it's its own TV show.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of, stay tuned for next week's episode. Or if you're an impatient son of a bitch, you just wait till we release the whole fucking game a year later and then watch the whole thing in an afternoon. Yeah,
because unlike a lot of content creators out there, like Dervel said, or Justin said, we both work full time. So by the time I get off work, because I work 5 days a week, so by the time I get off work, it's both of us share the cooking, which is absolutely great because couples should share cooking duties. But by the time we get off work, he's getting in the shower, he's done with his workout, he's going to get dinner prep. I need to decompress for a bit, get cats fed, animals fed. Then it's time for my workout. Then we sit down to dinner. And by the time we're fully relaxed, it's like 8 or 8:30 at night. And unless we order in or just have a super early night, we're not gaming during the weeknight because we're too goddamn tired. And plus we have to be to bed. I have to be to bed for work the next morning. So our actual gaming time for recording, but also just fun gaming time in general,
maybe 5 hours a week,
is actually really limited. So, because Saturdays, he's at work. I have granted, yes, I probably have most of the day Saturday recording, but I've also got other things that I have to do. So I don't have, blocks and blocks and blocks of time on Saturdays to record because, and Sundays is reserved for co-op recording, whether it be just us two or with our squadron or with our Discord members.
Helldivers Wednesdays every week at 8 a.m.
Because Sunday's the one day that he's home, I'm home, and that we can get together with people and record, or just us two if it needs be. There's sometimes if it's a holiday for me, then Monday, that we can actually get on a game Sunday night and just have fun. But again, our game time for like actual fun is limited.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think we've been doing pretty good the last couple
I
of
think
years.
we have too. We've been we've been a lot better about, especially around holiday time, we've been a lot better about taking a longer break at Christmas and New Year's so we can have time
to chill out.
And play games we want to play. Yeah, we did record some things during our Christmas break, but it's stuff it was like updates and stuff that came out on games we're currently playing, and we wanted to get that. But for the most part, we did really well just playing games we wanted to play and not have to worry about uploading content or editing, or because everything was already done prior to it.
I wish Helldivers would stop putting down updates around Christmas. That was a couple of years ago when the Illuminate dropped. We were looking forward to having just a long break off, and then out of nowhere, it's like, this is not a drill. The Illuminate are here. Who's available? Nox, you here? Dude, I'm high. I don't care. Get on comms.
Now, it's literally, I looked at my phone and one of the Discord groups, Helldiver Discord groups that I'm in, that I help admin. Fucking the notifications were blowing up, saying just red flashing light emojis and gifs and all caps letters. This is not a drill. The Illuminate have come, and I'm like, what?
I just want to know if anyone's still listening at this point. I just want to know, when I put that Illuminate video out, how many people got the language I was using in the description?
I don't remember what was the language in the description.
Oh, let me pull it up.
Fresh.
Let me not have copyrighted music playing in the background. Oh, no, I wasn't that one. Never mind. It's like emergency alerts, sit def condition red. All divers are ordered to such and such, yada, yada, yada. Maybe it was Super Earth that I did that.
I'm not entirely sure. Dang it.
Might have been something else, never mind. Now, on like one of the big invasions, I put something on like the threat condition Saber 1. It's a reference to Mass Effect.
Oh, okay. Come here. Oh my god, just come here.
Because when the Reapers invaded the Sol system, that was what the Twixt message that went out to all Earth ships was threat condition Saber 1.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say on 1348. So don't expect to see it on the channel anytime soon, even if they fix it, tweak it, or what have you.
Not unless we get like a massive amount of people wanting you to finish it. I mean, it's a shit game.
Yeah, it's for
Don't
now.
buy it.
For now, it's a shit game. If you play the demo, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Demo's free. If you play the demo, that's all you need to know about the game. Don't even bother. Just, So.
Yeah, if you want to watch some lesbians do some sword fighting, I suggest a subscription to Viv Thomas.
Oh my god, I'm jumping on. Oh my god, all right. It's time for me to go do Helldivers. I'm all fired up now. I need to go run with Z and Kim.
Yeah. So that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. New co-op videos every Monday. Helldivers on Wednesday. Stay tuned for Mouse, because my first game of the year is finally coming out.
Finally, yes.
It got delayed a month.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm looking forward to that one, so I can break out my 1930s voice.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part.
So let's go shooting, dames and sweethearts. Let's do this.
God.
See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.